You are now listening to Playbook Radio. Here is your host, Martin Williams.
And thank you for listening to the Playbook Radio podcast. My name is Martin Williams. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. You may do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. All the links to the podcast can be found at gameplanplaybook.com. That's gameplanplaybook.com. So today what I wanted to talk to you about is never think about what you don't want. And the subtitle would be your thoughts are like a hook. So if you've ever gone fishing or watched one of those fishing shows on, I think it's the Discovery Channel or something like that, whether it's the Deadliest Catch or Wicked Tuna, Outer Banks, those are my two favorite ones. But basically any fishing expedition, that whether you've done it personally or watch it on TV or something like that, you know you have to throw a hook into the water in order to catch a fish. And so a lot of these fishermen are very skilled. They've been doing this for a long time. They know how to, they know how to fish. They know what type of bait to use. They know all these things. They know how to catch whatever fish that they're trying to catch. And they know how to, time it and everything else. So we understand fishing is a basic concept, even though the execution of it is, something that requires a great amount of skill. Your mindset works a lot like that, in that your thoughts are going out into the world and catching things and putting them back onto the boat of your life, your relationship, your work, whatever the case may be. Okay, so your thoughts are like a hook. And if we're not careful, our thoughts can bring in a lot of things that we don't want. Just like a fisherman oftentimes can catch things that they don't want, right? Whether it's a dolphin or some trash or what have you, right? They're out there to catch fish. That's how they make their money. And so if you're trying to, bring in, more financial success or trying to bring in more peace or more clarity or what have you, it's very important that your thoughts are matching that so you can catch the things that you want to catch. So think about it from this perspective. God, our creator, had to make a way to even the playing field. He had to make a way, to make it fair for everyone. Because everyone doesn't come up in the same type of childhood and the same type of situation with the same advantages and so on. So how do you make it so that someone who doesn't have any advantage whatsoever can have a chance at an amazing life? The same way that you or anyone, whether they grew up in a 2-parent household or a no-parent household, can have the same amount of opportunity. You make the playing field level by making success based on how you think. So no matter where you start from, if you think along the lines of what you want to have happen in your life, it eventually has to happen. And it doesn't matter how bad things seem right now or how bad things actually are right now. Because you can create whatever you want to create, whatever type of life you want to create, if you learn how to think correctly. So I'll use a very basic example. I was, all of us have done this. We've been in a mall, right? And the mall is really crowded and you want to get a parking space. And ideally you want to get you want to get a parking space that is closer to the entrance, especially if it's raining or if it's super cold or super hot, right? If you don't mind walking, then you don't really care, okay? So you can drive around the parking lot and say to yourself, there's no parking spaces. I'm not going to be able to park where I want to. I'm going to have to walk a country mile to get into this mall and so on, okay? And so what are those thoughts going out and getting, okay? Those thoughts are going out and getting no parking, or limited parking, or a parking space far away from the entrance, okay? And how do you want to control that? You want to control it at the level of your thought. So instead of saying that there's no parking spaces, you start saying, or you start thinking, and then ultimately saying that, I'm finding a parking space close to the entrance I'm so happy that I found one, right? You just say that over and over again. And I'm telling you, almost invariably, I find a space that's close to the entrance, right? How does that happen? Did my thought control someone pulling out of that space? No. What happened is that my thought controls my awareness. Okay, so my awareness is pointing me in the direction of the open space. And I'm able to get to that open space or find that open space quicker than anyone else because my awareness is heightened, right? That's why you have to keep your mind in shape. You got to keep your mind clear of all the clutter and all the negativity and all the bitterness and all the, just the bad stuff that's happened to you over the years. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying you're not supposed to feel something from it. What I am saying is that it's controlling your life now. And it's limiting your awareness to discover the thing that will make your life better. So it's important that you understand that your thoughts, they're like those fishing hooks. And it's going out and catching things. And you want to make sure that it's catching the things that you want more so than the things that you don't. So thank you so much for listening. My name is Martin Williams. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to Playbook Radio. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this podcast with family and friends. And if you're ready to take the next step in your personal development journey, consider trying Mental Recoding by Playbook Strategies. These short audios are designed to help you reprogram your thoughts around different life subjects, such as finances, health, work, relationships, and much more. Click the link below to explore mental recoding products to help reshape your mind.